Hello, guys. This is the first episode of an unknown podcast where we don't know the name of. Actually, this is a pilot, so welcome everybody to this podcast. And if you are listening, thank you for listening. My name is Ken Stacks, and with me is the what? How should I introduce you? Or you do your own introduction?
Oh yeah. I'm the creative director for GGN.
Yeah, with me is the creative director in quotes for GGN, Nomac, or Night Ray, or
No Mac.
Nomac. Yeah,
Uh, no Mac name is taken.
yes. So say hello to everybody.
Hello guys. Glad I can be here to have this very interesting discussion.
Yes, thanks. Today is pretty much the first time you're doing this, if I haven't said it already, and you wanted to try this out. Maybe you want to upload it and see what you guys would think of it, and let us know any feedback that we need to have in order to make this thing perfect. Um, yeah, we'll be talking about video games. We'll be talking a lot about video games. Like I don't know how long this thing is going to go. It's going to play out for. That is, I think, 1 hour. And we wanted to start first by talking about what. What do you want to talk about first?
Oh
Even this.
yeah. The most important thing happening right now in the area of video games, the PS5, the Xbox Series X. Honestly, they should just shorten the name. They're dying without need. And the current one which is already out, the Switch. That is what we are going to talk about. So we are here.
Okay. So let me know your opinions on it. Like, how do you think this thing is going to play out?
Well, for the new gen, for the new gen
Uh huh.
in Ghana,
Yeah.
I would say we are screwed.
Why?
We are screwed because they are bringing new features and tech that we are not even used to. I mean, how many PC gamers here have switched to the whole SSD thing? So there are
Let me
a lot of new console players who don't even know SSD.
even okay, fine. Let's just say if they don't even know SSD, do they even care about what's in there?
No,
Like,
they don't care as long as it can do what it has to do for them. They don't care. But the PS5 and Xbox Series X still needs to be mentioned. I mean, um,
mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be expensive over here. That's
Yes,
why I say we are screwed. It's going to be expensive. When
crazy
the
expensive. Last time I
Yeah.
did a calculation on it, and I realized, you see, when the Xbox came out, Xbox was one of the highest priced in the whole console was old, the old generation. Xbox was the
Mm-hmm,
highest price, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it came out for like 499.
No,
Now
that's it.
back then, when I did the calculations, it was around what 2,000 Ghana cedis, right?
Yes.
And let's say back then, if we at the exchange rate was I think 2 CD or 3 CD, but around 2013. If we maintain that exchange rate here now, it would have been better. But
Mm-hmm.
the exchange rate is not the same anymore. The last time I checked, it was 5 CD 60 pesos,
Yeah, it's 5-7
and
now.
yeah, and if we multiply that by possibly the price of, let's say, the PS5, which rumors are saying that would be crazy expensive,
Mm-hmm,
and let's just give it a $500 mark. That's
mm-hmm.
5.6 times what 550 500. That would be a lot, like 2,500, getting close to $3,000
But
Ghana
but
cedis.
but but the thing about that is the price wise is. Do you think that over here we do it 2005? No. If anything, they will say 3,000. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure they will just put another 500 and slap another 500 because remember the person is going to sell it for profits.
yes, and taxes and shipping
Yes.
and everything included. That
Yes.
would be crazy. That would get it close to almost 4,000 because you know how they are, and it's coming to retail. This is not from a first party shop or something like that. This is like from people who ship games and sell it here as peer to peer, P2P,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
don't have an established shop. It
Yes,
will be
yes.
relatively hard to get it to over there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The truth is, people say Africa is included in gaming, but they are lying. I only see
Has
the mobile market and maybe the PC market sometimes supporting Africa. Up to
yeah.
now, we can never use our credit card normally to buy anything from the
I
eShop. We
know,
have to
right?
use.
That particular thing, that credit card thing, I always have a problem with it.
So my come right now is hoping that the PS5 and Xbox Series X, come on Xbox, yeah, you can do better than that with me. Xbox Series X.
How many times have you said this?
No, because anytime it's a mouthful to say it, Xbox Series X. It's like, dude, find an easier name.
I think it will
So,
not be called Xbox Series X during launch.
okay,
Maybe it's
yeah,
a line of products. We don't know.
I hope I'm wrong. So, um, for example, now they know the African market is there. Are they going to implement something that will help us easily use our credit cards online,
I
or
I
is
don't
Africa supported now?
I
Because I
don't
think
think so.
Nintendo now supports Ghana. I remember Nintendo now supports Ghana, so what's stopping Sony and Microsoft?
Wait for real,
Especially
Nintendo.
Microsoft. Yes, Nintendo does. You can easily use your credit card in your switch and it will pick it
Wow,
up right away. No
wow.
one needs to go to a third party to buy stuff. And I can guarantee that for myself, especially with the switch I own. Now,
Okay.
the person
Uh-huh.
I'm disappointed in more is Microsoft because they have a kind of foothold in Africa. We've had people coming to conferences in Africa for gaming. So do they know or do they not know that Africa exists on the map of gaming? They do. But why is it that up to now they haven't? That is why I'm hoping that with the Xbox Series X they will change that dynamic and it will work for
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and right now too, as you can see, they are kind of. I really hope it would work because they are kind of integrating with the PC system. They
Yeah,
are merging it together, and they would obviously have to go international on that,
yeah,
which means they would have to add more credit card or more support for countries than they think they do. Because if they want to get the scope that they really want to get, that is not only Europe and America and probably Asia, which we all know that they are losing the competition over there.
yeah,
That's a true fact. They are losing over there, and
yeah.
they accept that they are losing over there. So let's just leave that one out,
Hmm.
and it's left with South America and Africa. I don't think they wouldn't want to get the scope over there because
Uh,
because if do you know that South America is also kind of behind this whole thing, except for Brazil and a few other countries.
yeah.
They also have credit card problems and all that.
Oh yes, you go online, you see all these people complain that oh, this is the various problem they are facing. They are not supporting them correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it makes me wonder, like, do they think there's no gaming activity going on there or
they
something like
know,
that?
but they know, but Africa is overshadowed with this. We are broke. We need money. Our governments need money and things. So they don't even they find it hard to acknowledge that there are so many gamers here in in, in
Who just
Africa.
want to play games?
Yeah, but they are right and wrong at the same time because gaming is some sort of luxury. If you think about it, it's a luxury.
It's not really supposed to be a luxury.
Oh, it actually is a luxury. You have to eat.
No, let's say if you have a core, if you want to play games as the core, not like buying equipment or buying stuff, it doesn't need to be a luxury. It's like
Uh,
reading. It's not a luxury to read, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
if
slowly
you
but
want,
surely becoming not a luxury to play game. Everybody
yeah,
can play game right now.
yes. That's
So
what I.
that's it. They believe the whole African poverty thing first
Mm-hmm.
before gamers. I've generally met people online when I'm playing games. Go, hi from Ghana. Like, where's Ghana? I like Ghana. Um, Michael Dapa, like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. You see that thing?
Oh, you use
So,
the Michael Dapa
oh
line.
yeah, I
My
use
use
my,
Kofi Kingston.
oh no, I use Michael Dapa because of how he blew up and stuff. Like, oh, Michael Dapa, like,
The
oh
thing goes.
yeah, yeah,
Krrrah.
yeah, that guy. So, so you have electricity, you have like, yeah, you have internet, yeah. I know they are trolling sometimes, but some of them are genuinely shocked at other
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
So, moving forward or bringing ourselves back to the topic at hand, PS5 Xbox Series X, the
Uh
impact
huh.
on the African gaming market. You know that, for example, in Africa like this,
Yeah.
or let me say, let me narrow it down to Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
In Ghana, more people believe in the PS than any other console.
Yeah.
Nintendo will always be associated with kids and
Mm.
cartoons here because, well,
Yes.
we already know they're family friendly. So
Yes.
for Ghanaians, if they don't see blood, they are for kids. Yes. And
Mm-hmm.
so I know the PS dominates in Ghana especially.
Yeah.
So maybe um, Xbox might turn that around over here. Maybe.
I have. I. It might be low. The probability might be low because Ghanaians are already invested in the whole PlayStation line. I remember talking to someone and just cause it was PS, he said Xbox was trash. Like that is that level of investment they
Oh
have
yeah,
over
yeah.
the
Because
Xbox line.
over the years, PS has built this. You have to be cool to own a PS type of brand, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And some time back, Xbox was doing a few gimmicky stuff. They also exploring their own territory. And
yeah,
see, like I said, if you do something gimmicky a little bit by a little standard, we are named kiddie. So even though Nintendo is the highest form of kit, they put Xbox as a second. Then how do you call it? PS.
PS.
Yes. But I believe this generation, the Xbox can change the idea of most Ghanaians. They
Yeah,
have to.
let's just hope.
Yeah, because if you think about it, the Xbox One is a console for Africa.
How so?
Let's be realistic. Sometimes we have lights out here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a service like Game Pass. I'm not advocating for Xbox. I'm just speaking the truth, mind you.
Yeah, yeah,
A service like Game Pass, um, and all those smaller services that go in the long run to help you. For example, I can copy a game
mm-hmm.
and give it to an Xbox person. The person can copy a game. We know how data is expensive here in Africa or
Yeah,
in Ghana
yeah,
specifically. Data is very expensive. So
yeah,
if I can download my game, keep it on my external, and copy the game for someone, having a very nice convenience.
yeah. That's
Yes.
true.
Uh-huh. And there's this nitty gritty thing about the PS that ticks me off. Apart from the fact that you can't copy games to another person, if you copy it, you are moving it.
Yeah, and
Um,
in order to copy it back, you have to
yeah,
delete a whole lot of.
you have to delete the whole lot. Like, yeah, there are
Yeah,
some tiny things I've noticed. Like, look at the Game Pass. Sorry, one
it
dollar is
like
like
it's
one dollar
it's
is like
not.
5.7. It's like five
Yeah,
seven,
yeah,
5.9.
yeah,
Then if I can buy a Game Pass for a year and I get certain games, a whole library of games, I'm good. Bear in mind, people like to play games, but there are few people who are avid fans. So
yeah,
somebody is going to buy an Xbox. He knows that, oh, when I buy an Xbox and I pay for Game Pass for a year, I can play this amount of games for a whole year.
yeah.
And there's nothing. I don't think PS has introduced. They tried with they had their own version, the PS Now, but
Yeah, it's still going on well, but
yeah, but Xbox has overtaken that. That's why I'm saying that if you look at it critically, the Xbox is like the console for Africa. But
Africa
for some odd
brand
reason, the
and
PS,
loyalty.
yeah, for some odd reason, and I think it has something to do with the whole we like soccer a lot thing. So I'm sure because of the controller scheme, it helps the the African or Ghanaian player soccer well. And for that, it sticks with them.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
But if I
So,
recall, okay, okay,
yeah,
wait, never
continue.
mind. Xbox was more like an advocate for American football than for FIFA. But that doesn't mean they've not pushed FIFA a lot. But I recall that they are mostly on the Madden side. But
Mm-hmm.
that let's put that aside, and let's talk about the whole console itself, the console specifications. Um, you see, now the new generation is kind of boosting for high power and trying to overshadow the PC and all that. But
You
keep
can't.
that. Let me finish.
You
But
can't.
keep that. Okay.
You can't.
Okay.
Listen, I have this. They go like the PS5 will surpass the PC. I go like, dude, your games are built on the PC. Then they bring it down to the PS5 dev kit. Then they start to
Mm-hmm.
make it so that you can play. So who do you think has a higher specs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Obviously the PC
yeah. They
because
make your
it's.
games on the PC first. Then they bring it down to dev kits. Then the dev kit, they don't outright build everything on the dev kit. The dev kit is connected to the PC and stuff. If
But
it,
that one too, it depends because the price of the PC they were building the thing on is really high.
yeah, yes, consumer wise, it's high. But look at the average. Look at the average PC player, PC game
Mm-hmm.
player. Look at how
Yeah.
they every 3 months or every 5 months they are upgrading their system.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So if you see the PS5, I saw an article online, someone saying the PS5 was is gonna be better than the high
PC.
end PCs. And
No.
I looked at it later, I was like, it was clickbait. What the mind you, it was an epic CEO. He said it, and mind you, he said SSD. He did not say overall
The
system. Yes, and
yeah.
people took that like, hey, Epic said this. So yeah, obviously, especially since they have the Unreal Engine, that means they are right. But if you look at it technically, you mean the SSD, and that's right because SSD is more of a is dedicated the way it's going to be built into the PS5 to be
Is
very, yeah, very
is
stronger than,
dedicated for it.
yeah, and that's just about it. Everything else, PC just wipes the floor with the
Yeah.
consoles. No offense to the consoles, but if it comes if it comes to the whole high end, I give it to PC. There's nothing that's going to change that.
And even given the fact that yeah, the PC might be better,
Mm-hmm.
I'm now about to talk about something else. That is the equipment in order to actually have the full experience of the PS5 that is coming out.
Uh-huh.
You see, PC you can get customization for what you want to use it for. Let's say if you are
Uh-huh.
playing on a 1080p, you can build
Uh-huh.
your PC for a 1080p monitor.
Uh-huh.
That means you can say you won't spend more than that, and that's it. But right
Uh-huh.
now, the PS5 you are spending a lot for something that might be hard to get equipment for in Ghana. That is, they are
Uh-huh.
boosting for 4K 60 frames. That goes for the Xbox too. As a matter of fact, the Xbox is the one who is really, really on that 4K 60
Uh-huh.
frames per second, all that. But if you check out the price, the stock market in Ghana, or the prices of TVs in Ghana, or what's available in Ghana, they are mostly 1080. That means if you are going to get a 4K TV, it will be crazy expensive.
Now,
That
uh-huh.
uh huh. That was
now, now, first of all, you have to ask yourself an important question. Important question. How many Ghanaians who quote unquote call themselves gamers
uh
know
huh.
what a 4K TV is?
Well, some do, most do.
No, no, no. In fact, a 1080p TV. You don't even
Well,
know what 1080p means.
well, I can say, okay, I can say I know a lot that
But
do.
why? Yeah, yeah, it's
Or if
because
you're talking
us.
about the casual gamers, the
Yes,
people who just own the console and just play just cause of playing sake, I don't think so.
in our circle of gamers, obviously it's like, well, duh, this is 4K, this is 1080p, this is 1080i, this is 720p, this
Yeah,
is 60 frames, this is 40 frames, this is 30 frames, this is 24 frames. We know that. But someone who will just go and buy a PS5 and he'll
play
plug it
games
and
on
say,
it.
"Oh, graphics never full." Oh, but you go and look at the TV. Like, for example, I went to an arcade game center, and the guy was hooking the PS4 to this very old TVs with HDMI. It says HD ready. I was like, dude, you're not going to get the full extent of the PS4 you're playing. It's not going to be in 1080p because it's not full HD. And it's like,
Yeah,
well, he doesn't care as long as the thing appears on the screen and he can play it. He's good. You see what I
yeah.
mean?
And that is like a huge problem because you're basically buying something that you're going to use half of the value.
He doesn't know that as long as it works for him, it's good.
Which I really do have a problem with sometimes. Okay, a lot. It's not even sometimes because you are wasting half of the money for what you wanted to buy or for what you
Na-
are buying.
Naturally, trust me, he doesn't care. As long as he has, you see, one thing I've noticed with Ghanaians is they buy based on hype. Oh,
Yeah, the
most
iPhone, the
casual, most casual gamers buy based on hype. He's buying the PS5 because his friend is buying the PS5. He's buying the Xbox because his friend is buying the Xbox. That is it. As to the game, nah, it's just hype. It has fallen down to iPhones, how people buy. Now iPhone is a new BlackBerry. It's the same thing. So yeah.
how? In what sense? Wait, what?
At first,
If you
everybody
say
was having a BlackBerry. If you did not have a BlackBerry, you're that guy who doesn't have a BlackBerry.
have a BlackBerry, yeah, yeah, true,
Yes.
true.
Now, since BlackBerry is dead and everybody's on iPhone, now somebody literally will be having an iPhone 11 Pro, but wouldn't know the heck to do with it. He
Just
or she is just owning it.
yeah, yeah,
That's basically it. So yeah, most of the gamers are based on hype, especially the casual, and they make up majority of what is happening over here. So I'm seeing that Xbox might try, but for Ghana like this, you'll find a difficult time. They have to strategize over
yeah,
here.
yeah. That's true. And there's another thing that I always wanted to say
Mm-hmm.
because it's more specific to the Ghana gaming community or to
Mm-hmm.
people who play games in Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that jailbreaking is dying out, right?
Yes,
And that was one of the main ways people got to play games on their consoles.
but mhm,
Uh,
when you think about it, it's not their fault. Though. It's not.
no, I'm about to say something. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was one of the main ways they could play the games.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if jailbreaking is dying, people
Mm-hmm.
have to get other ways to play games.
Mm-hmm.
That is to buy the game itself or to find any other means that they would need to find to get the games.
Yes.
Prices of games are going to be crazy high. That is if you are getting the full game itself for
Yes.
the $50 or the $60 mark.
Mm-hmm.
Like to be honest, I feel like I would rather pick the PS4 as at now over the PS5 coming. If like
But
I,
but everybody wants to be new gen. See, that's the thing.
but new gen isn't the better one as
They
at
have
now.
to they have to watch their pockets. No, so are you saying they should have a jailbroken PS4 and play?
No, I'm not saying they should have a jailbroken PS4. I'm just saying the prices will be cheaper on on the PS4 or the
No,
Xbox One over the PS5 coming.
actually, that you know UTC, right?
Yeah,
It is in Accra.
Uh huh.
Uh, I saw I said a PSP, and I
Mhm.
asked them the price, and they told me it was 300 cities.
Mhm.
Now, on a normal day, I'll say okay, maybe pricing, but I was like, that's like an 11-year-old or 15-year-old machine. Why the hell are you still selling it 300 cities? It's supposed to be way less. And I'm saying it wasn't new, it was used. So I don't think necessarily the price will come down. If the PS5 comes up, it will be the still 800 to 1000 to range or less,
But
1005
but wouldn't you pick that one and get like what $9 games or $10 or $15 games?
online.
Yeah.
Now some of the games also hold value. Do you get it? Yes, maybe
And
the Sony run since the PS5 is going to come out or at that time it's out, everything will be lower. But
yeah.
look at it this way: what if it doesn't get lower?
Uh huh.
What happens then? I mean, I
Yeah,
used
that's
to.
true though.
Uh-huh.
That's true.
If they don't release the next FIFA on PS4, a lot of people will cry wolf. Do you get it?
Yeah, true, true, really
So
true.
people would want to move for it because the next game or the latest game will come on the PS5. He wants a new God of War, assuming there's a new one. He wants a new. Do you get it? There's this little things that will make them move. Then after they finish buying and play that one game, they start to suffer.
Yeah, yeah, really true, really
Mm-hmm.
true. And I think what the PS5 and the PS4 games. No, wait, the PS5 games will not be will not be available on the PS4. They said it themselves.
Oh,
Like
come
what
on,
yesterday or so.
come on. How can you have it? They said the PS5 will be 100 times more powerful than the PS4.
But
So going that analogy,
uh-huh.
I don't think they will try to
But the thing is, Xbox is trying to at least get
eat
like
some
uh
cross gen thing.
yeah, yeah.
Now that's Xbox, and I think the cross gen will be primarily between the Xbox One X
No,
and
no, no. I think it's the Xbox One series, all of them.
the one series. All the one series can play Xbox Series X games.
No, they will downscale it, obviously.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think they'll do that. It's a speculation. Series
Really?
1X, the 1X, sorry, the
Mm-hmm.
1X, I can see the 1X fall in this category of cross gen because it's somewhat powerful. You get it? It's
Yeah,
the most powerful current gen console.
out there.
So yeah, current gen. So they can try with that. And even if that doesn't work, I think to be limited to a few games. For example, maybe the new FIFA might come on the Series A X 1X.
Uh-huh.
Do you get it? Yes, fine. It will run normal. Do you get it? But
Yeah.
and I don't see Xbox One S how do you call it playing Series X game. No, I don't see. I don't see.
But but wait, they did say okay, well they did say that they would support the Xbox One, so I don't know whether they
Oh
meant the
no,
Xbox One X only.
support in the sense that oh maybe they will release games and some
No, no, no. This
just
one was
content.
like first party games itself. Like their first party games, they would make a cross gen thing where you'd be able to play it on the Xbox One.
Okay, yeah, I'm genuinely surprised that. Then that means I have to check up on that more, and I'll have
Yeah, I think
some fun.
I I listened to that. What it was from IGN
Mm-hmm.
like yesterday or 2 days ago,
Oh,
and
well,
people were complaining that yeah they want to play next gen games on next gen consoles and all that.
obviously.
But it's not everybody who can get next gen games on next gen consoles at that exact launch time.
Hmm. Oh,
And at the beginning of the generation, the games will not be far up there than they think it would be. So wouldn't isn't it better if they support the previous generation, then let's say 3 years later or 2 years later they cancel it all out so that people will get the transition, or
they
people
will
will
do the
get
switch.
the
They will do the switch instantly. Yes.
instead of do the what?
They will do the switch instantly. They can't wait to let go of the current gen. You get it? The current gen self it has course. But I thought it would be way gone back. People
Huh.
are, you see, people are still making games that push on the graphic capabilities of the current gen
Yeah.
PS4 and Xbox. So they are done. They are done. There's no more they can do. So every developer wants to jump on the new gen. You get it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess it. So, what else do you want to talk about?
Oh, right now,
Mm-hmm.
um, apart from price, then accessibility, the community as a whole, there's this divide, but there's this divide between why people should end um, crossplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they say the PC people kind of take advantage, and we have hackers and stuff inside there.
Yeah.
So right now there's this battle for they should just end crossplay, and you see the way forward.
What? They should just end cross play.
Yeah, crossplay. People don't like crossplay, or they should do cross console, not cross play. You get it? It shouldn't be all four. It should just be all three. Bear in mind the Nintendo Switch is
Switch.
still
Yeah, yeah.
is a console. It's a hybrid. People always are fighting the fact that no, it's a handheld. But remember,
It's a
there's rumors
hybrid.
that there's a rumor that they are going to release the Switch Pro soon. That is supposed to take on the new gen.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And honestly, we can't wait to see what it does because I feel the whole docking thing is something you can elaborate on.
I see.
Yeah, yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
So they were about to, from the rumors, they were about to replace the docking thing.
No, they're going to release a Switch Pro. We don't know. There are rumors and theories that the dock will be advanced to the
Okay.
in such a way that you see how PCs have
Yeah,
SLI, SLI.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, they are going to use that technology in the Switch,
Okay, that's
where
interesting.
where the after all it's an NVIDIA graphics card
Yeah,
that is inside the Switch. So when the graphics card is inserted, I say when the graphics card is inserted,
when
when
the
you
switch
dock
is
the
docked,
yeah, you get double
the
of the
power of the
yes. And I
original.
think in the patents they were going for that. It's actually one in the Nintendo patents. I don't know if they are going to use it. It's there.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
interesting.
Mm,
Wait, I think PC ended stopped using SLI for some time now. Oh,
really? They still do.
I if I recall, they said SLI was. Some people said SLI was a problem, and if I that is if I recall,
Mm-hmm.
I read a Linus, was it a Linus Tech Tip, where they were seeing some problems of SLI and why some people stopped using SLI. I might be wrong. I
Mm-hmm.
might have probably forgotten.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But I'm pretty sure people are still using FI. Nah. Yeah,
Okay.
so we will see. We will see how this incorporates into the other and how Nintendo take on the other new gen because there's a lot of games that each side is preparing. Xbox is trying to go for more studios, more
Yeah.
RPGs to their side to pull a certain crowd. Nintendo always doing their own thing, and Sony, because they're in the lead, they are starting to do things that are ticking gamers off, but they don't know it yet. Because now, next gen, the most powerful console will be the Xbox One. The fastest will be um,
The Xbox.
no, the fastest will be the PS5. The most
Oh yeah,
powerful
yeah, yeah.
will
Would be
be
the
the
Series X.
yes. And from history, we've been taught that always people are going for the most powerful. So we will see. Will Xbox finally take over and win a console generation? Because every
Yeah.
time it's either they are last or they are
Or
in the middle. They never
yes,
won.
yes, that's true. That's true.
They've never
Right now,
won.
this next gen console was thing. I don't know. It seems like Xbox is trying to put everything out there to get the traction that they need,
Mhm.
but people are really really expecting the PS5, which they've not released anything yet, but
Yeah,
people are still expecting.
the thing about how the Xbox, I said Xbox. Sony knows how to market. They've perfected the art of hype building. I think that is what Nintendo is learning now too. But Sony has perfected it. They know how to ruin someone's news. They know how to put out a certain news. They know how to do crowd control and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, they are keeping it secret so that there's hype around it. They get it. Xbox has put
Mm-hmm.
everything out there. That is why people are not really talking about it. Because a time came, people were going like, yo, where's the Xbox? Where's the Xbox? Where's the Sony? Where's the PS? Now that Xbox is out, people are like, okay, fine. Where's the PS? Where's the PS? And Sony is doing
Damn.
so well of doing this. Oh, we are hiding it to keep you at the edge of your seat so you finally review. For example, on the 4th, they said they are going to do an
The
event.
review. Yeah,
Yeah, an event.
the PlayStation. Yeah.
Yeah, so we are waiting and we are hoping is everything people hoped for. They get it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
everything people hope for. So we are just fingers crossed right now. I think on the next podcast we can talk intensively about the PS and even how maybe what they reveal there will affect gaming.
Yes. Yes. That is true.
Yeah.
I hope. And maybe we might get other people here.
Yeah, we might get a lot of the squad inside so that we can discuss more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Because this is
it's
a
been
pilot and we are just testing things
yeah,
out,
yeah,
right?
just testing things out. Yeah,
Right?
just testing things. Yeah, just testing things out and we see. Yeah, because
Yeah.
the more it goes on, the more we get better at this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, do you want to wrap this up or do you want to
yeah,
keep going?
yeah. We can wrap this up for now. We've done a whole 30 minutes, give or take.
39 minutes. Yeah.
39 minutes, and I'll we will see. You will see. Maybe we'll streamline it better, and we'll see the way for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the the Untitled Podcast Pilot One. Next time you might hear the name, then we see the way forward.
Yes. That's how to do things. Not release the name till a couple of announcements later. PS5.
All right.
Still at
So,
that thing over me. Oh.
which one?
The whole PS5 reveal of a logo that people knew that yeah it would be PS5.
Oh, we'll
But
see.
that would be another. You said
We will see. Eventually, hype did it, hype did it, hype did it, hype. We will see.
yeah, yeah, we will see.
Mm.
Charlie, this
All
has
right.
been a nice talk
Mm.
for some time for what 40 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope you like this podcast. Just feel free to send us any feedback you have on it, and if you want us to make more of this, like this video, comment down below what are your thoughts on this next generation and its impact in Ghana. This is Ken Stacks and with who? Nomac, right?
No mark.
Sorry, Nomac.
Yes,
Uh,
just no mark.
just Nomac. Okay, okay. And I'll see you later.
All right.
Peace.
See
Bye
you.
bye.